Welcome to Impact, a program highlighting ministries around the world and in our backyard that are moving the needle in God's kingdom. They fight the battle for souls and communities with the love of God, meeting needs as the hands and feet of Jesus. Their impact is seen and felt in both the physical and spiritual realms. Now, let's hear today's episode.
Hello, and welcome to the Impact Program. I'm Michael David, your host, and my guest today is William Deed. He is from the Oak Valley College, and he is the campus director. William, thanks for being on the Impact Program today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, how long have you been working at the Oak Valley College, and what are your job duties as the campus director?
So I've been with Oak Valley College about a little over 2 years, about 2.5 years. And I am the first campus director our plan is to open many campuses. So part of my duties, I help with fundraising. I do some community relations type of stuff. I go out, I promote our school with churches, community development churches, partnerships with nonprofits, and then I go to schools too. I probably go to between my team and I, about 40 schools a year.
Now, what brought you to the school originally?
Wow. How much time do we have?
Plenty of time. Go ahead.
All right. So I was a sales manager for 7-Up, the soda company.
Wow.
So I spent almost 10 years with them and driving on my route from 3 in the morning till, 2, 3 in the afternoon. And after 10 years of doing that, it was just exhausting. And I used to work in education back in 2012. I was a high school teacher and also a school administrator back then. So I've always had this love for education in a sense. And so when I was driving on my route one day, I looked on LinkedIn on my lunch break and I saw this position and I told my wife, I said, hey, I'm going to apply for this job. And she's like, well, you got nothing to lose. Just apply. If the door opens, do it. And so 3 days later after I applied, I got a call from the president and saying, hey, I want to talk to you about this position we're looking for. And went through 4 interviews and the rest is history.
Now, that's fantastic. Yeah. Now, you're at Oak Valley College. Now, what makes Oak Valley College different?
Wow. So the idea of Oak Valley College, and I think what really makes the school stand out is that the idea of the debt-free in 3. So students come in, they can get a bachelor's degree, fully accredited, in 2 years and 8 months with no debt. And so I think that is what's unique about our school. A lot of students, they go to their traditional route maybe, they go to a junior college, they spend 3 years there trying to work on their undergraduate, take all these general ed classes. They can avoid all that at Oak Valley just by going for 2 years and 8 months, and they get a fully accredited bachelor's degree.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, what kind of programs are offered there? We
have 1 degree. We offer a bachelor of business, bachelor in business, Bachelor of Arts in Business is what the degree is, yes.
Now, is it a Christian school, and is the school affiliated with any larger church denomination?
We are a nonprofit Christian business college, and our schools are on church grounds, both of our campuses. We have a campus in Rialto that's on a church ground called Sunrise, and then we have our Santa Ana campus, which is on Calvary Church of Santa Ana ground. But we're non-denominational, it's just us. We don't affiliate with the church as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it an accredited school?
It is. We are WASC accredited. Yes.
Okay. Now, you were mentioning this a little bit earlier, but how can we earn a degree without going into debt?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think that's one of the gold mines of our school, right? So the student loan crisis, right, is somewhere around $1.7 trillion.
Wow.
And so for a student to be able to come through our program and leave owing nothing is the magic, right, I think, of the school. So every student has to apply for the Cal and Pell grants when they come in, the same as any other university. So they apply for the grants depending on either their financial need, as far as Cal Grant A, I think, is based on their grades, and then the other one is based on financial need. And so once they apply all that, we offer we offer money through donor funding as well. So once all that is put together, whatever's left is on the student to pay. So it's like 3 legs, right? It's the donor funding, the grants, and then the student pays whatever's on top of that. But the idea is, and what's been the success of the school, I think, is after 2 years and 8 months, no student walks away and owes anything. They're completely debt-free.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, how much does it cost to attend, and explain how we can graduate with a bachelor's degree in under 3 years, like you said.
Yeah, so the student goes for 32 months straight. The idea is that they come in what's called a cohort. So we take about between 20 and 25 students per year. Every August, we take in a new class. And so they come together in what's called a cohort. They stay together the entire time. They take all their classes together. They do presentations together. And then they graduate together after 2 years and 8 months. So they don't get a break. They pretty much go 32 months straight. They get the Christmases off, the Thanksgiving and those things, but they're in school pretty much the entire time.
Wow. Now, what exactly is a cohort?
A cohort is the idea of it's a group of kids that come in together every year, and basically they stay together the entire time. You know, when you go to a traditional college, most students they can take a class here, take a class there. The great thing about our school is when they apply, they get their entire schedule for the entire 2 years and 8 months. So they know exactly what they're going to be taking, and they can schedule their life around that. So if they want to work at night, they can work at night. If they want to work in the mornings, they can work in the mornings. They already got their classes. For every 16 weeks, they take 4 more classes, and they're together the entire time, these 20 to 25 students. So that's the cohort.
Now, I imagine they get very close to each other.
Oh, they do. They do. Yeah. I started in Santa Ana, as I said, with this campus, and we started from scratch. We started recruiting. We started doing all those things. And what was amazing was when we brought this first class in, we saw these students come together, and within a couple of weeks, they were like best friends. They were celebrating birthdays together. They were going to movies together. It was really beautiful to watch. It was amazing.
And I mean, I imagine, especially because I've gone to traditional college, and I mean, you're right. People can come and go as they choose, and a lot of times we don't really know our classmates that well because there's somebody new over there, and I mean, we don't have that bond. But
absolutely.
I imagine the class reunions must be pretty amazing.
It's been really magical. I mean, I always say I wish this college was around when I was working on my degree.
Now, how many years has it been in
since 2016?
2016. Okay, all right, that's cool. That's wonderful. Now, are student loans available or aid?
We don't do student loans.
Okay.
But, and I think that's the great thing about it, because obviously with student loans, students can wait to pay that off. And so it's like, you know, there's so many people in debt with their student loans today, right? Mm-hmm. We don't offer loans. We could, but we don't. And so once they apply for everything, you know, a lot of times these students' tuition, depending on who they are and what their financial need is, as I said, we have students that are paying $80 a semester to go to school.
Wow.
You know, I figure that's what, 2 cups of coffee a month or something like that is basically what they're paying to go to school.
Wow.
You know, it's pretty amazing.
That is fantastic. Now, you said there's one at Calvary. Tell me where the schools are located. Do you have the addresses of them too as well?
Yeah. Ooh, the addresses. So the Santa Ana campus is 1010 North Tustin. Mm-hmm. And that's in Santa Ana. Mm-hmm. And then the Rialto campus, I believe it's 2759 North Ayala Drive.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's on Sunrise, on the campus of Sunrise Church. Okay.
Yeah. I have a few minutes left on the air, but I just wanted to ask you right now, what's the web address for the school?
Yeah, it's oakvalley.edu.
Okay, oakvalley.edu. Is there a phone number as well?
Yeah. Do I have it with me? No, I can give you mine as a student. It'll still connect that way.
No problem. What are some of the graduates of the school doing now?
Wow, great question. So some of the students in Santa Ana, we haven't had a graduating class yet.
Okay.
But in Rialto, you know, they've had a few classes that have gone through. So a lot of these kids, there's some kids that have gone on to grad school to get their master's degree. We have a partnership with Cal Baptist University where they can transfer. We have a partnership with Gateway where they can go into ministry if they decide to do that. And we also have a partnership with Hope University where they can go and become teachers as well. So some of these students, they'll start their own business. As a senior, they have to do a launchpad project where they create a business. And so some of these kids have gone on, they've created social media businesses and those kind of things. So they either create a business, they go to grad school. We have a student at my school that's already looking in law school. She's a sophomore and fantastic, you know. So
fantastic. Okay, I think I have the number for Rialto. If you look here, it's is it 909-554-3814? Is that right? And Santa Ana campus is 714-202-7755.
Yes.
Right. Now, are there dorms on campus?
No dorms.
No dorms. So basically, if people want to go there, most of them commute, I imagine.
Yes.
Or find roommates, I suppose, where they're going to live together.
Yeah. There's different ways. I think that's a way we're able to keep the price so low as well. We don't offer any of that. Students go to school Monday through Thursday from 2:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. So they take a class from 2:30 to 4, then they take a break from 4 to 4:30, and then they're back in class from 4:30 to 6. And that's Monday through Thursday.
Okay, it sounds like you got to really be committed if you're going to do this.
You have to absolutely be committed.
More so than a regular school, I would say.
Yeah, it goes fast. You know, we already got our sophomore class has been there a little over a year, and they're pouring through. You know, it moves pretty fast.
Now, how many kids are currently attending the school?
We've total in about 2 campuses. We've got probably around 80 to 90 students with both campuses. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, again, I've gone to small colleges as well, and I mean, it becomes very much like a family in no time.
I love it like that, though, because, like you said, I mean, they have that great teacher-student ratio. Professors are able to help and be a mentor and all that, so it works out really well.
Now, currently, the church campus, you meet on church campuses in both Rialto and Santa Ana. Is there an advantage to being on a church campus as opposed to being in an office building or meeting at a school or somewhere else?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest advantage is, obviously, there's a couple that I see it. One is cost. So we're able to partner with these churches, and so we cut down on costs as far as paying a light bill, paying and just all those bills that go along with owning your own structure, your own property. So again, the idea is to keep the price affordable for students to be able to afford to pay to go through our program. And then number 2, I think, is obviously is we can partner with the church and get those students into different ministries in the church and all those things. Because ultimately, that's the whole thing about this, right? We're a nonprofit Christian business college, but we want kids not only to walk away with a bachelor's degree, but we want them to know Christ when they leave as well. And so what better way is to have them walk around a church campus and get involved?
Now, do you have to be a Christian to go to Oak Valley College?
No, you don't. We take all students. And the beautiful thing is if students, I like the idea of students coming, obviously believing, but students that don't believe as well, because they walk away and they're changed completely when they spend 2 years and 8 months in our program.
Now, do some of the kids who go to your school go to church at those specific churches sometimes, like from Calvary Church Santa Ana and the one in Rialto? Some
of our students do. Rialto, I don't spend a ton of time in Rialto, so I don't know, but I know in Santa Ana for sure. We have some students that attend church there, and they've been attending church there for a lot of years. I'm sure it's the same in Santa Ana as well. I mean, in Rialto as well.
Okay. All right. Now, how many staff members are there at the school?
So we have about 8 full-time between 2 campuses, and we have about 25 professors.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 8 full-time and 25 professors. And what's the current enrollment in Santa Ana and Rialto? Do you know the difference between the two?
Yeah. Rialto's been around as longer, so they've been around since 2016. Mm-hmm. They have 3 cohorts going right now. We have 2. Mm-hmm. So right now in Santa Ana, we probably have about 20 students in Santa Ana. Rialto has probably around 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, ultimately, what is the mission of Oak Valley College?
Ooh. So the mission is, I'll read the mission statement.
Okay.
It says, equip you to live, learn, and grow in your faith, service, and calling through a Bachelor of Arts in Business formed by Christian worldview with no student loans. So exactly what it says, right? We want students to walk away with faith, believing in Christ. We want them to get out into the world and make a difference. To whether they're getting a degree in business, so if they decide to go in a nonprofit or the profit world, that they would be strong believers in Christ and then live out their calling. You know, it's the biggest thing because we're all called to do something, right? And so find out what their calling is while they're going through our program and then live that calling after they get their degree and make a difference in the world.
And you said it was founded in, what year was it founded in again?
2016.
Okay. Now, I imagine you would attending a school like this would expand their Christian worldview, whether they're Christians or non-Christians. How does that happen?
Well, again, our program emphasizes practical learning. Mm-hmm. So they not only study the theory, but they also apply it through projects, through presentations, through teamwork, things that make corporations successful today, right? I mean, years ago, I remember when I first started working, I remember this I mentality with managers where they were like, well, I'm doing this, I've done that. And today things are different, right? It's more of a collaborative type of environment in corporate America. And so this is what we teach our kids. We teach our kids how to present, because that's huge, right? We teach them how to do presentations. We teach them the benefit of teamwork and everybody contributing to the bottom line to make things happen. And then they have to do projects. These are absolutely things that are done in corporate America. So that's that type of real-world application that we give them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I guess you touched on this a little bit, but I guess how would attending the school help them mature into critical thinkers and real-world problem solvers? Yeah.
So the Christian worldview, obviously, is we integrate faith into everything we do, right? So every single class, whether it's a marketing class, statistics, human resources, whatever it is, we want them to get that idea of a biblical worldview, that we want them to walk away with the idea that, hey, you can run successful companies, but ultimately it's Christ is the one that's guiding the success of the business. If you're a Christian and you're walking in that line, the idea is for them to in everything they do, right? It's not just about going to church and reading your Bible, but when you're at work, you still should be a Christ follower, right? And so that's what we want to teach them. That's the idea of the worldview. So whether they're a human resource manager, they're still a Christian, whether they're a director of a company, a CEO, whatever it is, they're still a Christian at the end of all that. And so that's the worldview idea, right, is to take away that, sometimes it's not about how much money you make. It's not about, hey, I've got a great title, but what are you going to do for Christ, right? How many people are you going to bring to the kingdom in the time that you have? Mm-hmm. So that's what we teach them.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fantastic. I thank you so much for being with us. Give us one more time the web address, the phone number, and the address of the schools.
Yeah. So oakvalley.edu. Rialto campus is 2759 Ayala Drive, Rialto, California. Their phone number is 909-554-3814. Santa Ana is 1010 North Tustin Avenue, Santa Ana, California, 714-202-7755. Check us out.
All right. Well, William Deed, Campus Director for Oak Valley College, thank you for being on the Impact Program today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.